I have found the best Father's Day gift site, DistilUnion.com. Distill Union crafts sleek, problem-solving essentials like Wally wallets and Ferris key organizers, designed with a less is more philosophy. Their durable, intuitive products simplify everyday routines with style. So go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 20% off using code GANG, or head to DistilUnion.com.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
Give me the microphone. Oh, 5-hour energy shot. You need to kick in. Yeah, I do shots before I go on the air. How about that? Boom, in your face. All right, let's go ahead and get into this this mess. First of all, what does a person who walks out of a doctor's office where the doctor just said you need to lose some weight, what does that person do? If that person is I, then he gets in his truck and drives around the corner and eats a pizza. That's what. I swear I did that. I don't know. It just looked like it was calling me. It looked like I needed to try it. A place called the Rusty Onion. It's good. It was pretty good. I was a little bit, I don't mind telling you, I was a little bit put out that nobody in there recognized me. I'm not used to that. Let me go ahead and address this because it's the biggest thing happening right now in the news. Bringing the good news. President Trump and Elon Musk. They were the best of friends, and now they're taking pot shots at each other on social media like middle school girls. I mean, come on. I know in this social media gossip world and everybody wanting to get up in somebody's business, and you sit on the sidelines and you act like, you know, it's a reality show, and ooh, Trump said that Elon was getting on his nerves and he asked him to leave. Ooh, Elon dropped a bomb. He said Trump was on the Epstein list. Ooh. Come on. I mean, y'all are grown, successful men. Stop acting like teenage girls telling off on each other on social media. Now, granted, you each own the social media that you're commenting on. I get that. But act like you got some class, both of you. Elon, look, I get it. You went in there, you did all that work for Trump. You thought that what you did for him was going to get you all kinds of returns. And then Trump said, I'm taking out this mandate that people have to buy electric cars by this time or this time or this time. That's what they say made Elon mad. But even if it did, is this what you do? You run to social media and post about him? Come on. Now, a lot of naive conservative commentators are saying things like, doesn't Elon know what this is doing to the party? Doesn't he know? Hey, listen, Elon wasn't a conservative. Elon was a liberal. Now, I think what Elon Musk has done for this country is nothing short of miraculous, and we all owe him a big thank you. Because that Twitter before he bought it was just a complete and total sewer pond of liberalism and Marxism. So he bought it, lost a lot of money on it, and made it a free speech platform. Great. He helped President Trump get elected. The stuff that he did for Doge, great. He's awesome with all of that stuff. But don't you just stop and go, hey, all right, he made me mad. He did me wrong. I thought he would stay true to me and do something to help me after I helped him. Live and learn. Not helping him anymore. We're not friends. But then to run to social media and start a bunch of gossip. You know, and Trump does the same thing. There are times when Trump does something where he's, speaking out on social media about Democrats and liberals and making it, kind of just in their faces and plain spoken and all that, where I'm cheering him on. And then there are other times I'm like, come on. You don't have to do that. You know what this proves? It proves that just because you got money doesn't make you always have class. Settle it. You think Ronald Reagan didn't have things like this going on in his life during his presidency and all? And can you imagine Ronald Reagan taking to the media and just blasting people with reality show type gossip and that sort of thing? No. You can't imagine it because it would never happen. Just settle it. Stop acting like teenage girls. Or fight it out. Get together. Bop out. Get in the boxing ring or something. Trump doesn't drink, or I'd say, play a mean game of quarters and last one standing win. I don't, just something. Settle it. And get off social media. One of them, you're the richest, most successful man in the history of the world. And the other, you're a tycoon, mogul, and 2-time president of the United States of America. Handle this the right way. Look, I'll be a mediator in it. You know me. I am an unlicensed amateur couples therapist. I can therapy this couple. I'll have them back friends, crying, hugging each other, apologizing. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. And then you got Steve Bannon out there saying, deport Elon. Things are going pretty well for us, and the just Republicans, the kings of shoot yourself in the foot party. But no matter what's happening, at least they're not stinking Democrats. Well, Elon may be going back that way, but I mean, it could be worse. They could be screaming liberals, which is the worst. Somebody try to get one of them on the phone. so I can talk to them. Tell them it's me. Because they see the number pop up on caller ID, they're going to go, oh, damn, there's that Brett Jensen again. Hounding us. They say, no, this is TJ, amateur hour. Oh, okay, I'll take that. All right. So, moving right along. A lot of stuff about Pride Month. I think every night of the month, we're going to have some sort of an update on how Pride Month is going. And that'll be so fun. We'll get to that next.
More of the TJ Ritchie Show is coming up.
I have found the best Father's Day gift site, DistilUnion.com. Distill Union crafts sleek, problem-solving essentials like Wally wallets and Ferris key organizers, designed with a less is more philosophy. Their durable, intuitive products simplify everyday routines with style. So go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 20% off using code GANG, or head to DistilUnion.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and yes, my new political show is on. It's every weeknight from 7 until 9 on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT. So go ahead and add TJ Ritchie to your home screen on the phone and download the WBT app.
He's radio royalty in the Carolinas and Queen Charlotte's sweetest prince. It's TJ Ritchie on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
There's a lot of stuff going on around here. A lot of stuff. But you know, I can't help but be jealous of that Brett Jensen. How much fun you think he's having in Greensboro all weekend with a bunch of politicians? Woo! That sounds like party time. But you know, I was just telling the fellas in here that, I mean, it is a special talent to be able to have the know-how and the persistence and the discipline to keep going back and working all of the sources that he has to get all of those stories first, and to talk to people who have never talked in public about certain things. That's a gift I do not have. I'm always worried about, people gonna think I'm being pushy. I'm kind of too shy to do that sort of thing. You're not shy. Yeah, I am. I'm an extrovert invert. An inverted extrovert. I can talk and carry on in front of thousands of people, but one-on-one, walking up to somebody, I get kind of shy. I mean, there's no way I could walk around a convention with a bunch of politicians and just walk up there and go, "Hey, I am, nice to meet you. Can I talk to you for a minute?" No. I was terrible when we had to sell stuff for school too. You sell those cookies and wrapping paper and all that stuff. Oh, I hated that. I hated it. I am not a salesperson. Pimp, yes. I guess that's a certain type of salesperson. Pimp of the month. Nice. So it is trans month. Ooh, it's a trans month. Actually, it's Pride Month, but it's not going so swimmingly for the radicals in the LGBTQ plus movement. We've been talking about it, a lot, that this is not the same June as last year. And what's happening is the radicals are starting to go a little bit bonkers, and they're just lashing out now more than ever. So the criticism that we've had about transing the kids and all of that stuff, and why do these things have to be taught in school. Why do kids in certain school systems and all? Well, I think it's a lot of school systems have to be taught about the trans flag and be, the big controversy about the books that are in the elementary school libraries and all that are so graphically pornographic. When you see these on the internet all the time where a parent will try to read from one of the books at a school board meeting or a town council meeting or something, they stop them. That is inappropriate to be read here, and I'm offended by that. But it's fine for the kids to read it in school. We have that a lot. But all the while, they're like, oh, we are not. You're being hysterical. We're not trying to groom the kids or trans the kids and da. We're just trying to teach them not to hate. Well, when they're into a corner and they feel like all they can do is lash out, then they start kind of going crazy. I'm talking about the radicals in the LGBTQ plus movement, not normal everyday gay people and lesbians. So here is a teacher, 5th grade teacher, I believe. It is it's a woman, I think, pretending to be a man, and talking about her classroom and what she is doing.
It's Pride. So many people already think I'm indoctrinating the youth. Well, right now it's June, so you kind of am, yeah. I'm bringing Blues Clues Pride. I am bringing queer portraits. We are learning about the pride flag. We are reading the books, especially the banned ones. We are learning about queer icons. And on top of all of that, I am teaching how to create a social media post for when they become, those people. But it's the end of the year, and it is important that we continue our learning, continue our understanding, and that is what we are doing here in 5th grade. The biggest things I want them to take away is this quote from Miss Major Griffin Gracie. We're all part of one another. I would want people to understand who we are as human beings. I want us to look at the similarities more than the differences. If only more people could do that. Links to resources are in my bio, so check it out. Ebooks, slides, lessons, whatever you need to talk about pride in your classroom. Yes, and happy Pride from this trans educator. Woo!
Oh, it's a trans educator, is it? Is that a new category? All right. So this is obviously a narcissist. A complete and total narcissist who believes that the more people she can bring into her world, and then it makes her more normal. So I'm not sure whether this next clip is just them making fun and laughing at us, or if it's serious. But either way, this is what's out there now, and they're sending this message.
You think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Funny, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. You can keep them from disco, warn about San Francisco, make him wear pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children, we'll make them tolerant and fair.
Yeah. At first I didn't get why you'd be so scared of us turning your children into accepting, caring people, but I see now why you'd have a problem with that.
Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protest. Oh, and you'll be disgusted when they start fighting. finding things online that you've kept far from their sight.
Like information.
Yep.
Guess what? You'll still be alright. We'll convert your children, yes we will.
Reaching one and all, there's really no escaping
What you think of that?
Cause even grandma likes RuPaul.
And the world's getting kinder.
Gen Z's gayer than Grindr. Learn to love, learn to vogue, face your fate. We'll convert your children. Someone's gotta teach them not to hate.
Okay.
We're coming for them.
That's good. You can take that down. By the way, that's Lonnie's new favorite song. He just came in here laughing. Well, see, at least that's a professionally done production. I mean, it wasn't, like somebody singing off key in their bedroom or something. But that's what makes it, more of an in-your-face kind of thing. But they, it's like they're saying, if you don't want us to do all of the radical things that we've been doing, then it's because you're full of hate and you don't understand. You're just against gay people altogether, and you're hateful and mean. And your words and your actions will cause people to die. That's not working anymore. People are just like I said the other night. Most people are like, okay, you're gay, that's fine. Be happy. But it's always the radicals, the hysterical radicals that mess up everything for people. Look what feminism did. Feminism on its face was pretty, the concept was great. Women should be treated equally. But then the radicals got a hold of it, and now look. I don't hear the word feminist that I don't look like I'm smelling doo-doo. Feminist. And most people are that way. And there are more women that way than men. Non-feminist women don't like feminist women. Can't stand them. All right, so we got to take a break. I'm running late, and I'm kind of teary-eyed from that beautiful production. So, we got more coming up. Please hang on.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and yes, my new political show is on. It's every weeknight from 7 until 9 on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT. So go ahead and add TJ Ritchie to your home screen on the phone and download the WBT app.
He's America's coolest conservative. Welcome to the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Yep. Okay, so we got a couple of people here want to weigh in on the "We're Coming for Your Kids" song from the. It was a great production number, which you would expect from a large group of gay men. It's like a show tune. It was awesome, but still, them just throwing it in our faces that they're coming to groom our children. Hey, Lee, what's up, bud? Lee.
Man, first off, I'd like to welcome you and tell you I'm so happy to hear you on the Colossus of the South.
Well, thank you.
WBT.
Thank you very much. I'm actually, if I gain any more weight, I'm going to be the Colossus of the South.
Well, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to get up there and hit Whataburger a little more often because you ain't there yet.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say. So I wanted to say that song, man, it moved my heart.
Yeah.
It just moved my heart. Had a lot of things moving, but my heart was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just made me want to get shirtless and hot and sweaty and give a big old sweaty, hairy man hug to the Yankee Pete.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That's just, it just moved a lot of things.
Yeah, Yankee Pete used to be on the Ace and TJ show with us. For those of you who don't know, Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I'm sure that would be fun. As a matter, I thought you were going to say just get shirtless and sweaty and start dancing, which is what I've been doing the whole night here since I got here at 7. I've just been.
Well, I mean,
took the shirt off, and sweating, and going crazy.
You never know.
Mm. All right. Well, cool. Thank you, Lee.
I often threaten to do a reverse strip.
A reverse strip.
Just yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Get on that pole and let people throw dollars, so I keep my clothes on.
Yeah.
So
right. To pay you to keep them on. I get it. That's awesome.
That's right. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Glad to hear you.
Thank you very much, Lee. Thanks for being out there, bro.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye. Okay. Hey, Steve, what you got, buddy?
Hey, is this TJ?
It is.
Hey, man, I've been a fan of you forever, right?
Well, thank you.
I want to give, and I'm a new, I always listen to BT, and besides Brett Winterville and those other fellows that you mentioned, I'm a big fan of BT, and have been for 30 years. So I lost count.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to offer a double mega dittos in honor of our friend and one of my mentors and best friends in my life that I never met. You know who that would be?
Yeah, it would be Rush Limbaugh.
That's right. I love him. I miss him. I cried when he died.
I'm with you.
I cried when he lost his hearing. I cried when he got it back.
Yeah, I mean, he was really something. Not just with his
and a grandfather that I never met.
Yeah,
and
I used to say that he for a long time he would say that he had a North Carolina mistress. He would say, "And my North Carolina mistress."
Well,
called me.
I wouldn't rule it out.
So yeah, he was. It was a friend of his that was a married couple, and that's what he called her. And I always thought if I got to talk to him one day, I would say that I was his love child in North Carolina.
I would have been in the same boat, and I would have been willing to sign adoption papers if he was open to that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
On the next point, I don't want to keep you too long because I have been told I have a tendency for verbrosity, or if that's a word, verbose is the direct stinging comment that I got.
You're fine.
And I have a sister. I won't call her names, but I'll call her the new playlist I created in her honor. It's called Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Okay. So my twisted sister and her child of a Mormon father, and the mother was a Christian, then she became agnostic, and then she became a woke to the bone atheist. It was really sad to see the change. Then she texts me weird song memes like "Take a Walk on the Wild Side" with Lou Reed, which was never on my playlist, and I changed the channel if it ever came on.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one either.
No, I just felt
I like Wild Side by Motley Crue.
Yeah, I'll go with a bunch of people. I love music. I went to my first Springsteen concert in '85 in Charlotte with my new potential girlfriend. Not yet, because I thought she was going to turn me down because I was 8 years older than her almost.
Well, I got to be honest with you, John. If Bruce Springsteen were playing out in the parking lot here at WBT, the only reason I would go out there would be to tell him to turn it down.
Well,
I can't take it. I can't take a Bruce Springsteen.
I'd probably stand up in your window and give him the international two-fingered salute and tell him I used to love him and have all of his music, but I'll never listen again.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to have it there. We need to get that message to him a lot. Thank you very much, Steve. We appreciate it, buddy. Okay. Where was I? Oh. the Pride Month stuff. They are now saying that if we don't give them everything they want and basically let them take over schools and all of that, like I was saying before, that it's a sign of hate, and everything that disagrees with most of the radical left, they are now calling that it's going to kill people. People will die because of your opinion. People will die because of your words. Yeah, and if you don't believe me, we've got the number one Democrat, I think, in all of politics, named Chuck Schumer, saying exactly that. And we'll play that for you with, of course, my analysis of it coming up next.
It's TJ Ritchie.
I have found the best Father's Day gift site, DistilledUnion.com. Distil Union crafts sleek, problem-solving essentials like Wally wallets and Ferris key organizers, designed with a less is more philosophy. Their durable, intuitive products simplify everyday routines with style. So go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 20% off using code GANG, or head to DistilledUnion.com. There is a great site we have found for golfers called pinsandaces.com. Pins and Aces is a Colorado-based golf brand making premium polos, head covers, and gear that perform on the course and stand out everywhere else. Made in the USA with quality you can feel. Go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 21% off using code GANG, or go to pinsandaces.com.
Radio, podcasts, and cool social media content. Get all the TJ you can handle at WBT.com/TJ. Now, back to the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
All right, let's get the energy back. Come on. It's time to really get it going. First hour was going by so quickly. Look at this. It's almost 8 o'clock in the big city. It's my bedtime. Okay. So we were talking about how dramatic the radicals on the left are, and that more and more people now have become aware of this. And it's almost gotten to where it's just laughable. If these professional Democrats weren't so disgusting, then it would be, it would be funny all the way around. Chuck Schumer obviously is not going to like, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, his honor, Charles Schumer of New York, the Senate Democrat leader, uncle to Amy Schumer, the was funny at one time comedian. He's obviously going to be disagreeing with the big beautiful bill, which I'm kind of over calling it the big beautiful bill too. I don't know why. Because most of the time I think when Congress is working on anything, it's not beautiful. And this is proven not to be beautiful. But you take what you can get. I don't know what these people are expecting who are talking about how terrible it is and it's going to end the country and send us into a recession and all of this. Yeah, it's got a lot of spending in it, but President Trump has never said he's not a big spender. As a matter of fact, when's the last time a Republican actually did cut spending when they had an opportunity to do so? Because the way that works is the Democrats, when they're in power, they get all of these gimmies, all of this taken out of somebody's pockets who earned something and then giving it to people who didn't earn it. And then when the Republicans take office and they want to clean it up, then The Democrats say they're taking away your benefits. They want you to starve. They're coming for our children. You know, all of that. So they know what they're doing. But the Republicans have always been too afraid to just pull the trigger and do it. And now it's gotten out of hand to where it is, and who knows how it's ever going to be fixed. But anyway, Chuck Schumer's against the big, beautiful bill. Yesterday he had a press conference, and some are saying he got a little bit dramatic. I don't know. Maybe you can be the judge of that for yourself. Here's what he said at the press conference.
We all know one thing. Donald Trump is just lying about the bill. Lying about the bill. Well, here's the We Are All Going to Die Act. It says nearly 14 million. It's 16 million. Getting closer to 16 million, according to CBO's numbers, we've been told. 11 million people cut off from affordable food, tax cuts for billionaires. We're all going to die, Bill. And that shows the callousness of this Republican majority in the House and the Republican majority in the Senate.
Callousness. Oh, my God. The We're All Going to Die Act. Thank you, Chuckles. We appreciate you. And the Oscar goes to Chuckles Schumer. Best Dramatic Performance. Oh, God. You see, all these commucrats want is to be able to steal money from people who earn it and give it to people who don't, so they can manipulate those people and maintain power over them and regain power over them. That's all it is. And now, one of the problems that the Democrats face is how to get men, especially young men, to vote for them or to come back to the Democrat Party. So you want the people that you have demonized for years to come support you. And then they've got this this young woman, college-age woman, her name's Olivia Juliana, and she's kind of working to advise them on the marketing strategies and all that they need to use to get young men to vote for them. And the other day I heard her say that that men voters, young men, are just like everybody else. They're looking for a mom and a dad that they can vote for. They want the government to be like a mom and a dad. Are you kidding me? The last thing any freedom-loving American would say is that they want the government to be like their mom and dad. The government is in the way of people living good lives. And now young men are onto it. Young men are tired of being demonized for being masculine. You know, Republicans didn't make up the term toxic masculinity. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. They are trying to figure out how to get young men to the Democrat Party, and they've demonized young men more than others. They've demonized young white men and white men in general, white straight men. So much so that companies are afraid to put straight, masculine white men in their television ads. And you think that you're going to be able to get them back when you're still acting like that, when that's still your policy? That men are predators, and in order for a man to be okay, he needs to feminize himself and become submissive to women? No. What you think this is? Everybody Loves Raymond. So you ask young men to go against their nature and get in line with your radical, crazy agenda, your anti-male masculine agenda. Step in line and vote for us and support us. How dare you not want to support us when we're trying to make you out to be the villain every time you turn around? No, that's not going to work. So this Olivia Giuliana, she described herself as I think you said a lesbian plus size Latina or something is the way her profile describes her. And of course, some people were saying that what in the world would make her think that she knows how to attract men? And then that's all it took for some people to make that comment. And then she took to the internets saying, all they're doing is attacking me because of my weight. They're just attacking me because I'm fat. Well, I don't think she said fat. Sorry. But that's what the message was. So it can't be that you're out there spreading a bunch of stuff that's untrue and dangerous if what you believe gets put into place. It's only about your weight. Okay. Because remember, the most valuable thing to a liberal, radical, is victim status. If you don't believe that, look at how hard Michelle Obama fights to get people to feel sorry for her. She's got a podcast that I don't know who in the world would listen to it voluntarily. Now, if they played it for people at Guantanamo or somewhere like that and forced them to listen to it, I could understand it. But people voluntarily going to sit and listen to Michelle Obama, and I think her brother is the co-host of it. I'm not sure. But listen to her talk about how hard she had it as first lady and how hard it is to overcome the prejudices in her shoes. She was treated like royalty in this country, yet she still plays the victim every chance she gets. I'm telling you, these radical leftists are just, the scientific term for it is bat bleep crazy. That's what the doctors call it. So, George, do you have any of my new what they call talk out music on here? Let's see. This is a professional program. Let's see if there's one called I don't know. I'm not finding them now. You know one, Lonnie? Let's Ride. Yeah, let's do Let's Ride. We get everybody set with some little grooving stuff. There we go. Crank it up a little bit. Thank you. Please. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be ordering you around. All right. So we have a lot of stuff coming up in the next hour. France thinks that they can make decisions for the entire world. Not on my watch, baby. We have a TikTok prankster criminal. We need to address that and see what these punishments are going to start being for these stupid TikTok prankers messing with people. And Lady Jasmine Crockett. Oh yeah. All of that coming up next hour on the TJ Ritchie Show. Hey, it's TJ, and you may have heard I have a little talk show now. It's from 7 to 9 every weeknight on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT. And you can also watch it on YouTube. That's right, my beautiful face on YouTube. Go get signed up for the TJ Ritchie Show on YouTube. You can do that at tjritchie.com.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
So funny, so funny. Yes, Amateur Hour continues with the TJ Ritchie Show. If you want to listen to the professionals, they're on all day, as much as you can handle. We got that Bo and Beth. Then we got a fella named Vince Coakley. He likes for me to call him Vincent. Actually, he doesn't. And then Pete Callender, Mr. Winterbull, Brett Jensen, Breaking Brett. All the professionals, and then they leave and get as far away from the building as they can when the amateur takes over. They don't even want to be associated. We're supposed to do a big broadcast, everybody doing their show on location. And I think they all had it in their riders that they had to vacate the premises before I got there to start my show. That's all right. That's all right. I'll be rounding third, winking at the ladies. That's what I'll be doing. Okay. There is a federal judge in Texas who had a little bit of an incident with his wife acting a fool in public, allegedly. She's 76, and there was a man in a park playing bagpipes. He's from Scotland, and he likes to go to the park to practice the bagpipes. A lot of people gather around. They think the sound is beautiful. They enjoy it. He's a performer. But this lady allegedly attacked him. I guess we have to say allegedly because I don't think she's had time to be convicted yet. But she attacked him, said it's too loud. I don't like your bagpipes. My husband is a federal judge, and he is going to shut this down. Well, her husband showed up, but he didn't think the guy was doing anything wrong. He was like, come on, let's go, Doris, or whatever her name is. Now, while I agree she should not have attacked the man, I will have to say that you should know this about me if we're all going to be family from now on. And you fellas in the room here working closely with me, I told y'all something personal about me last night, that I am an occasional hemorrhoid sufferer. Y'all didn't think I'd say that on the air, did you? Because I came out and said, hey, you know what? Look, I got this problem. It's embarrassing, but we need to have something ready to go if I have to bolt out of here because I'm under attack. So we got that. But what else you should know about me is that I absolutely hate bagpipes. I know I'm the worst person in the world. And even people that may say, well, I get it because I don't like that whining, just depressing sound and just like harsh, high-pitched sound. And it's really, really offensive when you say you don't like bagpipes to white people. You notice that, Lonnie? You ever said you don't like bagpipes to white people? I mean, they lose it. Not even Amazing Grace? No, not even Amazing Grace. I get that it's traditional for, police funerals and that sort of thing, but that's what I associate it with. Any bagpipe I associate with something depressing. Like, nobody goes up to the DJ at the club and says, hey, man, you got any bagpipe music? Does anybody have a playlist on their phone of, party jams that have bagpipes in it? No. So beautiful. What are you listening to? And listen, I know a lot about music. I come from a musical family. and I am still in music radio since 1991. Kids, since 1991. But when I hear that whiny bagpipe sound, it just makes me cringe. Like this, listen. It's okay here, but it goes up. Oh, now it hurts. Oh. I am not kidding. That is excruciating to me. Okay, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. Oh gosh. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a little Scottish too. But, you know, I also got some French in me. But, I don't eat snails every night. And if somebody said I don't like escargot, I would go, okay, it's good. Now, look, if there are any kids listening and you play the bagpipes or you take bagpipe lessons, you're trying to learn it, don't listen to me. I am one of the very, very few people in this country that doesn't like the sound of bagpipes. And what do I know? I'm just a guy on the radio working for fun. What do I know? Nothing. So keep doing your bagpipes. It was a couple of St. Patrick's days ago, which, by the way, real Southern people, like meaning really Southern people, never call it St. Patty's Day. We call it St. Patrick's Day because St. Patty's Day is kind of too Yankee sounding. But anyway, we were at a Mexican restaurant in Charlotte, and they have a little outdoor area, and they had paid a bagpiper to come to the Mexican restaurant and play right outside the patio. And I was trying to gather up enough money, like a little love offering or something, to see how much I could pay him to quit while I was there. I mean, it was rough. I was like, man, you think if we gave him $100, he would just stop playing long enough for us to get through eating and we can get out of here? See, these are the types of things that cause my wife to accuse me of being a grumpy old man, a grouchy old man. But there's something in the male eardrum that doesn't like high-pitched, loud sounds. That's why the worst thing, like the big punishment for a man or a little boy, is for a woman to scream at him. You notice what a little boy does when his mom screams at him in a high pitch. He cowers like, oh my God, please make it stop. Stop. Same with husbands. Husbands will do anything to keep their wives from yelling at them. To me, if you want to punish me, give a woman a microphone and tell her to yell into it. Like lady DJs, when they start yelling in the microphone, I'm ready to go. We can't take it. But some men can take the bagpipes and love it. Not me. All right, so now you know. Occasional hemorrhoid sufferer and hater of the bagpipes. Oh, I love these get-to-know sessions. We've got more of this brilliant radio show coming up in just a few minutes, or as some people say, next.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
I have found the best Father's Day gift site, DistilUnion.com. Distill Union crafts sleek, problem-solving essentials like Wally wallets and Ferris key organizers, designed with a less is more philosophy. Their durable, intuitive products simplify everyday routines with style. So go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 20% off using code GANG, or head to DistilUnion.com.
Identifying liberalism and mocking it relentlessly. This is the TJ Ritchie Show. on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Hello, people. Welcome to the TJ Ritchie Show. Oh, we're having fun, aren't we? Aren't we? Aren't we? Yes, we are. I don't know because I can't see from here, but are the city lights on yet? I think they should be. I love the city lights, y'all. I love them. Love them. Even though I'm a country mouse, I like the city lights. When I'm a city mouse, I like the city lights. When I'm a country mouse, I like it dark. Okay. Just a random thought. I like Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. I liked her when she was governor of Idaho or Iowa or wherever. I think Idaho. I've always thought she's very, very pretty. Oh, she's a little pretty girl. Oh, look, I'm Kristi. I'm a little pretty girl. But I'm not a big fan of her running around with her long extensions all fixed and hanging down with that U.S. Marshal bulletproof vest on and the uniform hat of the U.S. Marshals and all, acting like she's busting in houses, dragging out fugitives. See, I think that's the kind of stuff that, I don't know, it makes people look at political figures as being fake. It may not be. I mean, she may be in there kicking down doors. I don't know. I just doubt it. I doubt it. Now, she looks good, and if it keeps up, I can see that being a popular Halloween costume for the ladies when October rolls around. U.S. Marshal Kevlar vest, U.S. Marshal hat, lip flip going on. You fellas know what a lip flip is? No, y'all don't know. Y'all don't pay attention to the ladies like I do. Can either of you name me one OPI color? No. You know what OPI is? Oh, man. And you call yourselves men. OPI is obviously a brand of nail polish. Ugh. Talk about toxic masculinity. Not even knowing that. It's common knowledge. But I digress. She looks great, and I like her. It's just, I think that's a little much. Just one man's opinion, that's all. Just one man's opinion. Okay, we have a problem, America, and that problem is unruliness in our society when it comes to these internet pranksters, these TikTok pranksters. And a lot of you may not even know what I'm talking about because you got real lives with real grown-up jobs and stuff, and you don't look at social media all the time. But they go into people's businesses, they go up to people on the street, and they play pranks on them while they video it for their social media sites. And they aggravate the mess out of people. You see, I don't think it's a good prank when it actually aggravates people that you don't even know. If it's all fun and you're playing a prank on somebody and then they think it's funny afterwards and it's just, not putting them out at all, okay. But I mean, they really put these people out and cause them trouble. Like there's a 21-year-old guy on Long Island. He got arrested after a string of TikTok videos where he'd go around to these different stores and dump big buckets of food on his head. His name's Kyle Vasquez. And he goes by the TikTok handle Tommy Tough Knuckles. And last week, I checked on it and the videos were still up, but He doesn't steal the food. He would take the food in with him. For example, he celebrated hitting 25,000 followers by walking into a restaurant shirtless and dumping a big bucket of black beans on his head. I mean, a huge bucket of black beans on his head. And the place had to close early so they could clean up because he dumps it on his head and then runs. He also he's dumped eggs on himself outside of an Italian ice place. Milk inside of a Walgreens. He dumped a big bucket of that on his head. It's just not, it's not right. You're messing with these people's businesses. Because he runs off and leaves somebody else to clean it up and deal with it. But that's not what ultimately got him arrested. The cops found his social media page and saw another series of videos where he'd go to people's houses and ask to use the bathroom and then leave a big mess behind. So it does look like those videos have been removed. He's facing 6 counts of recording people without their consent, 2 counts of criminal tampering, and up to 4 years in jail. And he just crossed 100,000 TikTok followers the other day. Okay, so he's gone up in followers. And ultimately, that's all they care about. So yeah, you can't record somebody without their knowledge. Like you can't just walk up on the street or in somebody's house and record them and then broadcast it. Just like working here at the radio station, when you call in here, we can record it and put it on the radio and all because there's an expectation when you call a radio station that might happen. And we also run things on the air from time to time during the day that say calls to WBT could be aired or recorded, that sort of thing. But if we call you, we can't put that on the air without your permission. That's why when you hear these radio shows that do these little segments where they'll supposedly have a woman on the line and she wants to test her boyfriend, so the DJs will call the boyfriend and say, "Hey, you just won a romantic night out at such and such restaurant and all. Who are you going to take with you?" And then he'll say some other woman's name, and then she's on the line and she goes, "What? I knew it. That's not real. Because you can't call somebody and put them on the radio without their permission because they're illegal. So it doesn't do any good to slap these kids on the wrist for doing this sort of thing. Well, you got to hit them where it hurts. And then this is what I think will be a deterrent. Sure, give them the fines, give them the, whatever, probation, whatever you want to give them on first offenses and that sort of thing. But also hand down a sentence of, you are banned from posting anything on social media at all for however many years. I don't know if you can even do that, but if you can do that, that's what the judges need to start doing. I order you to remove your social media account, and you are not allowed to post anything or be on social media. If one of your friends puts a video of you on their social media, I'm coming after you. You are banned from appearing on social media. That would get them to stop. Since obviously their parents aren't acting right. If my son did that, I'd make him go work at that business for at least 3 months, washing dishes or whatever kind of business it was. If it was a restaurant, he would go and work off whatever he did and then some. Come on. Hey, we got to do better, people. America, we got to do better. That's going to be my campaign slogan. TJ for president. We got to do better. Simple to the point. All right. We got more coming up next. Hang on.
It's TJ Ritchie.
Hey, it's TJ, and everybody in the country is talking about my new political talk show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT, and they want more. How can I get more? Well, you can get the podcast every episode on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just get signed up for it there. It's easy. Just go to tjritchie.com, and that will get you there.
Late, live, and local. It's the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. Thank you for loving me. Y'all love me when nobody else would. Thank you for that. All right. One of my favorite public figures right now. I mean, I absolutely love this woman. Her name is Jasmine Jazzy Crockett, a.k.a. Representative Shanae. Oh, she's sassy. She is sassy. Not a big fan of the whites. You know, John and June White, who live down the street. So she was in some kind of committee meeting, and the subject of Stacey Abrams came up. Now, Stacey Abrams is under some sort of investigation, and she is one that the left picked as being a superstar in the political world and all of that stuff. But Jasmine Crockett doesn't like people messing with Stacey Abrams. Listen.
So to hear the comments about Stacey Abrams, it really got me going. And a lot of times when we come into this hearing room, it's all about politics. And it made me think that there was an issue most likely with Stacey, because someone actually brought up the fact that Stacey has run for governor a couple of times. And it seems like there's a gubernatorial race that's coming up in Georgia, and nobody knows whether or not Stacey is going to run. So why not muddy the water if we can to hopefully keep a strong black woman down? But again, I digress.
Oh, yeah, you digress. I'm going to throw that out there, but I digress. Hey, Jasmine, may I call you Jasmine? Jazzy. What happened in those 2 times that Stacey Abrams ran for governor of Georgia? TikTok, what happened? That's right. She got waxed. Neither one of those times made her the governor. So who's scared of her? So yeah, let's turn it into a strong woman thing. They're afraid of the strong woman. Oh, and you have to throw race in there as well. Forget that, things look, like they're kind of not so up and up, on the up and up with Stacey Abrams. Jazzy. Don't know. I do love you, though. You sassy little thing. She's the one that called Governor Abbott, who is paralyzed, I believe in a car accident years ago. She's the one referred to him as Governor Hot Wheels. Like she was doing a stand-up routine in front of a group of supporters. Y'all know Governor Hot Wheels. She also changes her dialect depending on where she's speaking and to whom she's speaking. Like Hillary Clinton always did. It was so insulting. Hillary Clinton from Chicago going to black Southern churches and acting like, she speaks with that dialect. And how many different dialects and accents did Kamala Harris have? They're just so, I don't know, ingenuine. And that's why it bothers me when things like I was saying earlier about Kristi Noem putting on the gear like she's cracking down, busting down the doors and stuff. We don't need people thinking that we're not genuine as Republicans. They've got that handled. They've got that fake part of the market cornered. All right. But I just want, but I digress. And throw that out there, but I digress. Okay, good. Digress. You are cute, though. You're adorable. So funny, Jasmine. Does anybody ever say that in criticizing her? I don't. I don't think anybody says that. I am fair if I'm nothing else. I think she is absolutely adorable. So funny. So funny. Putting on her little shows, doing her little skits that she does. I like that because I do skits myself. That's what I do. I make a living doing skits. So, of course, I'm not a Congress person, and I'm not looking to be head of one of the most important committees in the House like she is. So again, more proof that we really need to increase our majority in the House. So she doesn't become the head of a committee, and because we don't want Big Sleepy Hakeem Jeffries to become the Speaker of the House. Well, that's easy. Just start working on it. Position them the way we need them positioned. She's like, all Democrats want violent, illegal aliens killing people and firebombing people. Democrats want that. Democrats let them in. This is what the Democrats want. Keep doing that. That'll work. Hey, George, again, I hate to be so professional here, but is there, no, I've got that. Never mind. I was going to ask you about this soundbite, but I guess I'm just so fried from being exhausted that I forget what I'm saying from time to time. It's only been like 2 minutes since we went over this. All right. So this is an observation that a young man made, and you tell me if you think this is profound. Can you hear it, Lonnie? See what you think.
I think she's beautiful, and I'm sick of people acting like our mama's not fat. I grew up thinking if your mama wasn't fat, she wasn't a real mama, because every mama I knew was fat. I was like, hey, your mama not fat? What's wrong with your mama? She must be a crackhead. I'm serious. I thought mamas came fat. I didn't know nothing no different than a fat black woman. What are you talking about? Beautiful.
All good mamas. Now you may be saying to yourself, what does that have to do with anything? And the answer to that is nothing, because I thought it was funny. What are you doing? Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Because aren't we here to enjoy one another? In the small southern town that I grew up in, if there was a woman who wasn't, or who was skinny, let me put it that way. If she was skinny, then she was up to no good, according to the other moms. Flitting all over the ball fields. That's what she'd be doing. Flitting all over the ball fields in her short shorts. Showing off. So, things don't have to really make sense, do they? I mean, this is the night show. You know, the crazies come out at night. And so what if I want to be one of them sometimes? I got no credibility. I mean, you shouldn't be shocked when I'm doing amateur things. It's not, I mean, now if you heard Brett Jensen, Breaking Brett, do something that was just completely unprofessional and amateur-like, then you should be shocked. Not me. Maybe pity is what you would do with me. I don't know. Okay. So something that does make sense and will fit with the subject at hand. Or maybe I just play that mama clip again. You never know. We'll find out coming up next.
The TJ Ritchie Show.
I have found the best Father's Day gift site, DistilledUnion.com. Distil Union crafts sleek, problem-solving essentials like Wally wallets and Ferris key organizers, designed with a less is more philosophy. Their durable, intuitive products simplify everyday routines with style. So go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 20% off using code GANG, or head to DistilledUnion.com.
Bringing the heat.
Oh, hot, hot, hot.
Whatever that means. This is the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
This is the big time WBT and the radio show for the peoples. What peoples? All peoples. I am your charismatic leader, America's coolest conservative. So glad you're here, but now you will not be able to leave. You won't be able to see your families ever again. We're family now. It's not a cult. If you're in a group of people and they tell you it's not a cult, it's a cult, you need to try to run. What's wrong with you tonight, Lonnie? You tired? Huh? You haven't been very talkative tonight. Is it because I sent you a bunch of stuff last minute that I needed you to help me with?
Nah, not really.
Just getting
caught up. Just getting caught up on a lot of work. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
Were you cussing me when I sent all that stuff late? I apologized.
It's only in my head.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, you can cuss me in your words too. I don't know.
I ain't gonna say, but you know, there was a little fussing going on.
Yeah, I'm sure. I knew that was bad. All right, wait. Let me ask you something, both of y'all, since you're up at the microphone. I think maybe it was last week, or maybe it's the whole month. I don't know. You know how they have these silly holiday kind of things, like it's National Chicken Wing Day or whatever. Well, was Sunscreen Week, National Sunscreen Week, and they did a survey and they asked people if you were on the beach and someone needed your help putting sunscreen on their back, and they were out there alone and they were going to burn if they didn't have it on their back, would you help them, a stranger?
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether it's a guy or a woman or
whatever.
Yeah. Would it be the same? You do it either way if it was a spray or the lotion?
Yeah.
George?
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem like the type of guy that would be nice like that, and well, really say, I don't want the person to burn. Lonnie?
No disrespect, but I'm not gonna touch you.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Might throw some water on you or something, you know.
Would you spray them with the spray sunscreen?
I can do that. But
you would do that.
No touching.
Yeah, you're not going
to
rub it in.
No, definitely not.
What if they said the only way that they would, not get really bad burns if you put it on your chest first and rubbed it on their back from your chest?
Oh.
Would you do that?
No, we might have a cotton swab or something, dab it on there or something.
Now, would you come closer to doing it if it were a woman than a guy?
Now we have to talk, but then I don't know.
But then if your girlfriend walks up, she's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Would she rather walk up and see you putting sunscreen on a guy's back or on a woman's back?
Either one.
They both be bad. All right. I would probably do it. I would do it way sooner for a guy than I would for a woman because of that. My wife coming up and go, you put sunscreen on some woman's back? You know? I mean, she would have to be, I mean, it would have to be obvious that I would never, ever, ever, ever be attracted to her. Let me put it that way. But to help somebody out, help your neighbor, I would do it. But I would, if it were a woman and she's attractive, I would help her find somebody who would do it for her. I wouldn't do it, but I would help her find somebody. Because that's, that's kind of SOB I am. I'm always looking to help people any way I can. That is a good question, though. Share that with your friends. When you're getting together, having a few beers with the guys, throw that around. Hey, let me ask y'all something. Now, I rail on this situation where adults refuse to grow up. They're, adults that just do kid things and play with kid toys, and they wear kids' clothing like cartoon shirts and things like that, and they're always looking, oh, it's the nostalgia. It's mainly in millennials and the upper end of Gen Z. Adult adolescents, they call it, or kidults. This is a story that I found this morning, and I don't know. It's a trend going around where they're calling it adult tummy time. And it's just like with a baby where you roll a little baby over on their stomach just to give them a different position so they're not flattening their head, by lying on their back all the time. But this is to help with tech neck, where your neck gets sore from looking down at your screen all the time. So grown men lying on their stomachs on the floor, holding their phones, looking at it with their knees bent and their feet together like little children or little girls, and calling it tummy time. I don't know. I just can't ever imagine my dad, a career military man, looking at my mom and saying, oh, God, what? Hang on a minute. I got to get some adult tummy time. And sprawling out on the floor on his stomach like a little kid watching cartoons on Saturday morning. It makes sense, though, if you want to do that, because you don't want to, that is a real thing, tech neck, where you're looking down at the screen all the time, it hurts your neck. But don't call it tummy time. Have some dignity. Have some dignity. You are an adult, especially if you're an adult male. Oh, man. Woo. I've been out there on that front end loader all day, looking down at those instruments. I got to have me some adult tummy time. I'm gonna get down here, and first of all, if I had any kind of tummy time on the floor, I'm gonna have some adult traction time probably, because my back would seize up. And as much extra weight as I'm carrying now, ever since I contracted obesity, I don't know if I were to lie down on the floor on my tummy, if my limbs would actually touch the floor. I might look like I'm lying face down on an exercise ball. But even if I'm doing that, I'm not calling it tummy time. I'm a man. Men don't have tummy time. Men don't even use the word tummy. No. That's what's wrong with America today. Men not being men. If y'all heard your buddy referring to his midsection as his tummy and he needed some tummy time, wouldn't you be taken aback by that? Wouldn't you say, hey, man, okay, where are the cameras? You're trying to play a trick on me. You know that prank that's going around social media where a guy is videoing himself like doing a FaceTime with his buddy, and he says, I just want to call and tell you good night. And the guy on the other is like, what? Have you seen that? I mean, that's all in fun.
I swear I was going to call my brother the other day and just start telling him that, because it's funny to me. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, but they do it because it's ridiculous, just to get the reaction. But I don't know if you're seriously going to say to your buddy that you want some tummy time. All right. Maestro, hit me with some of that music. If there are any ladies listening right now, they just went, what? Oh, hold on. So smooth, so smooth. All right, I have enjoyed our time together, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have. I hope you've enjoyed it. And you know what? We'll have more time together tomorrow. I'm going to go home, eat a snack, possibly enjoy some adult tummy time in the living room. And then I'm going to go night-night. Well, first I'll go potty, then I'll go night-night. I love you. Remember, God loves you and ain't nothing you can do about it. See you tomorrow.
I have found the best Father's Day gift site, DistilledUnion.com. Distill Union crafts sleek, problem-solving essentials like Wally wallets and Ferris key organizers, designed with a less is more philosophy. Their durable, intuitive products simplify everyday routines with style. So go to tjritchie.com/deals and get 20% off using code GANG, or head to DistilledUnion.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and everybody in the country is talking about my new political talk show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT, and they want more. How can I get more? Well, you can get the podcast every episode on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just get signed up for it there. It's easy. Just go to tjritchie.com, and that will get you there.